You completed the community center, you found all 130 golden walnuts, and you have tons of gold just laying around. Now what? Now you are in the super end game, and here are some tips to make the best of your super end game. Alrighty, let's get started. To truly be at the end game of Stardew Valley, you are going to need to buy some deconstructors. Actually, you're going to need at least 10 of these bad boys. Each deconstructor will cost you 20 key gems, so buckle up and get ready to do tons of key special order requests. It is a lot of work to get 10 of these, but it'll be worth it, you'll see. Since we are in the endgame, we don't have time to simply grind and farm for resources. We have all of the gold and tools to get them. We can easily get fiber, ore bars, even iridium ore easily with the help of deconstructors. Are you looking for fiber? Just purchase some grass starters from Pierre for 100 gold and then drop that in the deconstructor. Each grass starter will get you 10 pieces of fiber, which we need for deluxe retaining soil. So getting tons of fiber is definitely in our best interest. Now onto hardwood. Most people get hardwood from the secret woods or by planting mahogany trees and chopping those down. But there is an easier way to get hardwood if you have the gold. Just purchase a cork bobber from Willy and deconstruct those for 5 pieces of hardwood. You can easily get hundreds of hardwood in a single day if you wanted to. As an added bonus, you could drop the hardwood into a wood chipper to turn it into regular wood. Getting wood by deconstructing cork bobbers and then dropping the hardwood in a wood chipper will work out cheaper than just buying the wood from Robin. If you need copper bars, just purchase some trap bobbers and drop them in the deconstructor. This will get you a single copper bar, but it is cheaper than buying copper ore from Clint, and it is easier than grinding for this stuff in the mines. Deconstruct the spinner fishing tackle if you need some iron bars. These only cost 500 gold each, and each of these will give you 2 iron bars. Those are the easiest iron bars you will ever get. Before we continue with other things you can deconstruct, it is important to note that you can deconstruct fishing tackles of any durability level. More specifically, you can deconstruct a treasure hunting fishing tackle before it is fully used up. Get the 2 gold bars and then just craft another one, meaning you'll have an unbreakable fishing tackle. Pretty cool. Now onto gold. If you buy gold ore from Clint, it will cost you close to 4,000 gold. Even though you are probably super rich and can afford it, we don't need to waste gold unnecessarily. Instead, purchase a treasure hunting fishing tackle from Willy and deconstruct those for 2 gold bars. Each gold bar will cost you 375 gold, which is ridiculous compared to buying the bars from Clint. You probably know this one. Deconstruct staircases that you traded for with jades at the island trader for stone. Now you have an infinite amount of stone for the cost of a couple jades that you duplicated using crystallariums. Nice. If you find yourself having a huge amount of Omni Geodes and not sure what to do with them, you could head over to the desert trader and trade them in for desert warp totems. You could use these to get to the desert super early and crush the skull cavern, or you could just deconstruct these for iridium ore. You will only get 4 iridium ore per desert warp totem, but yeah, you could do this if you wanted to. And now onto the strangest thing you can deconstruct. People only do this when they want to flex. Purchase hoppers from Mr. Key's walnut room for 10 key gems, and then deconstruct that to get a radioactive bar. This is by far the most inefficient way to get radioactive bars, but hey, you do you. Speaking of professions, you can change your profession at any time for 10,000 gold. Yeah, it costs 10,000 gold, but let's be honest, you are rich, you can afford it, so take advantage of this. Use the agriculturist profession and then change it to the artisan profession just before you sell your stuff. It's just worth it. The next tip might sound weird, but we have the luxury of doing this, so why not? You can combine 2 rings together to get the benefit of both in one single ring. You can wear 2 rings at once, meaning you can technically wear 4 rings at the same time. But what if that is just not good enough? Well then, you could just have 4 combined rings and then swap them out as you need to. Hear me out. You can have one set of rings that include 2 iridium bands and 2 rubies ruby rings. This will drastically increase your damage and will let you mow your way through enemies with no effort. After defeating all of the enemies, swap out your rings with your second set. 2 lucky rings combined with whatever else you need. Then when you enter a new floor in the Skull Cavern, the lucky rings will kick in and you might get a treasure floor. There are so many other uses for this as well. For example, if you don't like walking around at night because it's dark and hard to see, you could combine 2 Iridium bands with 2 glowstone rings. Now the entire screen is lit up and you can swap it out when you need to do something else. Iridium sprinklers are really important for endgame players. They will keep everything watered and will allow you to use speed grow or fertilizer, but the greenhouse is a little bit different. The greenhouse only has 120 growable tiles, and we will probably just plant ancient seeds in the greenhouse to keep it low maintenance and profitable. But each sprinkler in the greenhouse will take up an ancient fruit spot. That is where I say no. Remember all of that fiber we got from deconstructing starters? This is where they come in. Use the Lux retaining soil in the greenhouse. Now you will have the full 120 tiles with ancient fruits, and you will never have to worry about watering those suckers. Now onto the worst tip in this entire video. It has been established that the most important thing in the endgame is convenience. That is where fairy dust comes in. These are really expensive to craft, but they can be the most convenient item in the game. You can use these on solar panels to guarantee a berry pack the next time you wake up. You can use 3 of these to instantly age wine, and you can use these on any processing machine to instantly complete it. It's expensive and it is never worth it, but fairy dust only exists to be convenient, and it is indeed convenient. Okay, let's be honest. Once you hit the end game, once you have tons of gold, and once you have done everything, there might not be anything left to do. So now what? It's simple really. Just restart the game on a different farm layout and see if you can do it all again, but better and faster. Or pick one of the tough farm layouts and put your skills to the test. Or try a brand new playthrough, but with the rule that you are not allowed to use starfruit or ancient fruit, because those make the game way too easy. Good luck on your new playthrough. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you have reached this point in the game. And if so, what are you up to in Stardew Valley right now? Hit subscribe if you liked the video, and as always, I will see you in the next video.